Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from jazzledazzlecraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I work in Scotland and it's Thursday morning, so it's 11 o'clock and it's Cuppa and cards time. So hopefully some people will come in and join. I'm just getting myself up on my laptop so that I can see what's happening. Let's see if I can find me. Hello if you're coming in, I'm just getting set up and having a wee issue here with Facebook because it's changed, so I don't know where things are now. Sorry about this. Where is my Jazzle Dazzle? Here it is, right. Okay. Okay, so we're live and I can't find, here we are. Click to expand. Sorry about the delay in getting started. If you're watching this on the replay, you maybe need to just fast forward a bit. So today we're going to be working with, I don't think there is anyone in yet, so we'll just wait till people come in. Sometimes it takes a minute or two for people to realise, and there's also a lag on me seeing if anyone's in. It's now telling me that one person is watching, but that person could be myself. So, oh Andrea, thank goodness you're here. They're coming up now, so yeah. At least I'm not talking to myself now. How are you? You ready for this week's coffee and cards? Okay, so what I was going to say, I'm working today with Nothing's Better Than. So we've got lots of little wee pictures here and lots of sentiments to play with. It's a really nice set to play with, and I just realised that the other day. It's been there and I was like, what are we going to do with this? So the other day on YouTube I made this little gift pouch. I did this on a live on YouTube. I made this little gift pouch for a coffee sachet. So you're just like coffee, you make everything better, or a day without coffee is like, just kidding, I've no idea. Hi Hannah, good to have you here. So this is the tutorial for this is available on my YouTube channel, which is Janice Thompson, if you just look me up there. And then I have another tutorial coming out that's going to use this. I'll possibly do this live later today, I'm not quite sure, and it's a wee box making project. So I've used the dies that go with this set and the stamps. I have used another stamp set to make my tartan look paper, but that will be in a tutorial later today. But today, because this is coffee and cards, we're going to make cards. So I just think this is a really good most people like something that's in here. If you don't like coffee, you probably like cocktails. If you don't like cookies, you possibly like chocolate. But I think a lot of us like all four of these things, so this will be, and I think most of us know people who do like all these things. So today I'm using actually basically a design by Stampin' Up! Designers that they've put out a pack for us demonstrators to use with this stamp set. So I'm giving it a go, but what I'm doing first is I'll show you the simple version of a card, and then we'll step it up using the dies and things like that. I've already done the die cutting. I'm not bringing my big shot into the scenario because it knocks the camera and it drives me crazy. But I will do tutorials on die cutting machines if anyone does want that. So for the moment, all we need really is the stamp set and some ink and some paper. So I'm going to start off with this pack and do one with coffee, because that is a favourite of mine. So I've got my black Memento ink, which is, you know, fairly standard. I think if you're starting out in stamping, you should invest in one of these, and it's not really that expensive because you can make lots of cards with just one stamp pad. But then you can build up to some of the colours, and in these two projects I'm doing two different styles of two different cards. They're not different styles but different cards, and I'm sticking with the same colour palette. So we've got Daffodil Delight, Petal Pink and Coastal Cabana. So, but obviously you could use whatever you've got. Hi Anne Harrod, is it bedtime for you, my dear? Oh, just getting a glug of my coffee. Have you all got a cuppa or something? If it's nearly bedtime, you can have something stronger, I guess. Oh, coffee. Going a bit cold, so I need to get that drunk. Right, so I did a bit of prep just to make this so that we'll actually end up with 4 cards at the beginning. So we're doing two different cards, one about cocktails and one about coffee. So this one is the one about coffee. So I'm going to do it simply first, and then we'll do it, step it up a bit. So I'm using layers that Stampin' Up! Designers have given us. They're kind of so different to what I would normally do. So I think the layers are sort of sized to the American style of card, which is different. Are you cold over there, Anne Harrod? Oh, that's not good. It's different sizes to us. So, but what I have done is I've cut our normal card base, which is a piece of our A4 paper, cardstock, cut in half and then folded in half, and I've managed to splodge some ink on that. So I'm thinking if I do it that way, then I can line inside and no one will see that bit. That's the way I work. And this layer here is, this one is 11.4 by 8.3 centimetres, or 4.5 by 3.25 if you're working in inches. And the Whisper White layer for this one is 10.2 by 7.6 centimetres, or 4 inches by 3 inches if you work that way. So it's nice and easy. Okay, so this is the bit we're stamping on. We're layering up on that. I'm going to turn my wee crib sheet that I've got from Stampin' Up. I mean, they've done the work, so that was good. I was sitting thinking last night about what I was going to do today, and this came through on my demonstrator website. So, do you know, being a demonstrator, you don't have to do all the thinking yourself. We do get a lot of support from the company. So sometimes, you know, your own creativity and mojo kind of dry up a bit, but the company are there at they've got your back to help you get back on track. So the wee composition here, I am using their composition, and I'm just going to get a bit of stamping. Let's get some ink out, and let's just play. Actually, will I do it? Yeah, we'll do the black bit first for the sentiment. So they're using here, today's plan, consume coffee because adulting is hard, and it sure is, isn't it? So where's today's plan, consume, and because adulting is hard. Now I haven't actually practiced these cards. What I've just done is prepped. So let's just get these, I've prepped, cut the bits that they've suggested, and I have done a bit of stamping and die cutting just to show you what a stepped up version. But you know, sometimes if you've just got a stamp set and you've got some ink and paper, you don't need all the extras, you can just go for it. So on this white, I'm just going to put in the top corner there, today's plan, consume. And I've done it squint, but you know what? Nobody's going to worry about that. I'm going to say I didn't do it squint, I did it artistically on an angle. And then down in this corner here, because adulting is hard. And then we want the word coffee. Do you know what I did? I've forgotten to bring, I took my chamois through, got my coffee, and I was going to wash my, where's my coffee? There it is. I washed my chamois ready, and I will, so I'm going to run and grab that. Hi Susan, and you come from New York. Nice to see you. I guess it's early for you. I'm just going to quickly run and grab my chamois. Sorry about that. You know, the more I think I'm prepared, the less prepared I am. Now I've got wet hands, but I've wet my chamois, and look at the mess of it. But do you know, it's fantastic because it just quickly can clean my stamps when I'm working. It doesn't take up too much room on my desk. So right, where's coffee? So now I can clean these, ready to use them again, because I don't want ink everywhere, but also I'm going to be changing colours a bit, so, but the coffee, I'm going to pop this on with black as well, so let's, coffee. So let's put the word coffee over here. I'm going to dry my hands because I don't want to spoil my paper. Today's plan, consume coffee because adulting is hard, and it sure is some days. I had one of those bad days yesterday, I just couldn't do anything. But hey, I'm back on form today, so so now we're going to use all our colours and stamp our cups. So we'll need the outline cup. Some of these are two-step stamping, so we've got the bit colour on the inside. Of course you could use your colouring pens and things, but this is a quick way. So let's get 2 blocks. I'll put one on here and one on there, and I'm going to put 3 cups in here. I'm going to use all the colours. Now, I don't know which way, this is quite hard to do when you're filming because I'm going to probably have to get my head over the top of, so I can see when I'm putting the lines on, but we'll see how we go. So I'm going to open all 3 colours just now because I'm going to just do one of each colour. Doesn't it? It's nice, the font in here, the coffee and cocktails. I'm going to show you the die cut ones as well, but I just thought I would start off for people who don't have a die cutting machine, just to show them that they could get just as good results. I'm just going to pop these away because do you know what, I'll lose them. Some of you will be laughing because tidying up's not my best thing, is it? Right, just make sure these were cleaned. I'm not sure if they were properly cleaned, so let's, and I keep a microfiber cloth beside me sometimes because I've got my chamois a bit on the wet side. So right, so we're basically going to have 3 cups using this area here. So we're going to have a Coastal Cabana. Do you know, am I the only person that every time I think of Coastal Cabana I think of Cuppa Cabana and I start singing it? I think you probably have to be a particular age for that one. Sorry for any young people that are watching, probably don't know what I'm talking about. Coca, Copacabana. I'll get thrown off the internet for my poor singing. Now this daffodil yellow one here. Which way we're going to go with it? Just play it a bit. You could do Stampin' Off and have these palers. The style of... Hi Steph, and you come. How you come? How you feeling today, Steph? Are you a bit warmer today? You feeling any better? You were having a bit of a problem the other night. That's it, Anhara Lola. She was a showgirl. Yeah, you're clearly my generation. Right, so then we'll put this pink one here. Petal pink. There you go. Clean it, Janice. Ready, because you will be using that again soon. And then I'm going to outline them with the black memento. But I'm going to close these just for the moment till we finish this card. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better, Steph. And I'm glad to have you in here. If you're in here watching and you haven't said hello yet, come in and say hello to myself and the ladies. This is a weekly event that I'm holding, and anyone can come and watch. It's just watch me make some cards. The products that I'm using are Stampin' Up products, and you can buy them from my online shop. And there is it's not so easy to get this straight when you're talking and filming and you've got a camera above you. But you can. At least I'm not showing you roots. Hi Jane, and you come. My whole hair is grey, so you get the whole thing. Does anyone else think this has got a sort of 60s look about it? Hi Christine, hi Sylvia, in you come. Yeah, it's, as Christine said yesterday, it's 11's time. Oh, I need to keep that out because I need we need to have a bit of steam coming out the coffee. We need hot coffee. On Monday, Jane, you're lucky. I'm not until I can't remember if it's the 9th or the 6th of August. But hey, it's wild and woolly. But I don't have a colour issue, that's good, because a few years ago I let my grey come right through and I'm fully grey now. So, and it's quite funny that, yeah, it has. It's quite funny since I went grey, a couple of times at the hairdresser, other clients have said, what shade does that lady colour her hair? Do you colour that lady's hair with? What shade are you using? And they've been most impressed when they've discovered that it's actually my natural colour now. So how's that? That looks cool, doesn't it? So that's just the basis. That's the stamping on this card. Now, then it is going on here. So we're just going to put this, layer that on there, and then on there. I'm just going to put it a bit ski whiff, or on wonk. So where is my, let's use our Stampin' Seal. Let's see how we go on with this today. Of course, I'm just learning about this. I've been watching a few videos which might help me. So they're saying to tip it to stop, and that way the glue stays at the top of the roller. Whatever I was doing before, I wasn't always having glue at the tip. So if you do that, that is definitely working. So it is nice and smooth. This is, it's stronger than our snail was, and there's lots more on the roll. I actually, I don't cut my own hair because that would be too dangerous, and I have some horrific memories of my mum cutting my brother's hair when we were youngsters. So at that point, luckily I had a long ponytail and didn't get mine cut. So see, I need to practice with this to always finish that way. Just tip it so it breaks even. So again, just a simple glue roller, or you could use your wet glue. I'm so glad your brother is on the mend. So there you go, there's a very simple card. So now I'm going to do that and step it up a bit. Same sort of composition, but some extra bits and a bit of die cutting coming in here. So what if we're going to stamp our sentiments on these bits? And this, yeah, same thing. Today's plan, consume. Hi Rails, in you come. And anyone else that I've not said hello to yet. Unfortunately, I don't know you're here until you speak. Oh, hi Janice. Nice to see you. Today's plan, consume. And where's because adulting is hard. Because I was a good girl and put them away. So, let's see where we're going here. I'll need that. Right, so on one of these, so I've cut these two little bits of yellow, daffodil yellow, and they are cut to 1.5 inches by 5 1/8 of an inch in centimetres. That converts to 3.8 by 1.6 centimetres. But you know what? Just a wee bit of card. You could actually stamp them and then just trim them out with your trimmer. But let's just today's plan, consume. For getting clean. So I'm the same composition, but just showing you the difference that a wee bit dimension would make. Nothing else fancy going in here. Oh, wrong length. Oh. Oh well, here we go. I've obviously not cut the longer bits. Need a longer bit, but you know. Because I don't, oh, that wasn't good stamping, Janice. Let's do that again. Always remember that your paper has two sides, or has Esther from Stampin' Star Creation says an emergency side. At least I think it came from Esther. That's a bit better. I'm going to pop the lid on here just for the moment. Right, so I'll trim that out now. There's my trimmer. Where's my trimmer gone? A wee guillotine. Ooh, I don't know where it's gone. Maybe it got it somewhere else in the house. Anyway, let's just keep going. We've got this trimmer here. But I was going to use my wee guillotine and I've misplaced it. Because that's what I do. Right, so this will be the same width as the other piece, 1.6. And then we'll just cut that down to 4.5. Looks a bit okay there. There we go. No special tool, just a trimmer. Out my way. So we've got the, no we haven't, we've got this one. It's Petal Pink, Daffodil Delight and Coastal Cabana today. I'm following a plan that, as you can see, the Stampin' Up have provided us with some ideas, so I'm following that today. As I say, there's no point in trying to reinvent the wheel. These look lovely and I thought you'd like to see them. So as I say, I showed a simple version of the composition. This time nearly everything is going to be stuck on. And we've got, bear with me till I choose the right ones for this card. So we need coffee. Boop, boop, boop. And 3 cups. 1, 2, we'll get to the cocktail one. 3, so I need this wee stamp with the steam for the coffee cups. The in colours are lovely. Yeah, and I have some videos coming up using all the in colours. So yeah, so this time we're going to give this a bit of a 3D effect. I've die cut the word coffee from the die set, but of course have I got the dies out ready to show you. Here we go. The dies that go with this stamp set are lovely, and I've managed to stick them inside, but we've got so we have the word coffee, we have the word cocktails, coffee and chocolate, and then I can't remember what this says. What does it say? Love you more than. So it's like, you know, love you more than chocolate, love you more than. So we've got the shape to cut the cup out. We've got the shape to cut the cocktail stamp out. So it cuts that. Then you've got the shape to cut your cookie and the shape to cut these 3 chocolates out. So yeah, make some cute cards with this. As I say, I have done the die cutting prior to coming on. But for anyone who's new, I will do some die cutting videos. If you do, you know, if you do invest in a die cutting machine and you want to make the most of it, then let me know, and I'll either direct you to some other people who do die cutting, or I'll do some myself. So anyway, let's get buzzing, as we say. So basically all we need now is to get our coffee steam, and then we can just basically assemble this one. So I'm just sort of thinking how I'm going to sort of put these together. So that's going to be there. Doesn't have to be right on, because so we'll maybe have some steam here. Whoops. Some steam about there. And we'll have a steam down here. And that's slipped, but not to worry, steam does that. Right, lid on. I'm just going to keep going anyway. Right, so then this one will be easy to do. So what we're going to do is put the layers together first. And again, yes, don't need to be sort of anything too vigorous, just so we're just going with ski whiff or on wonk. I mustn't have finished off that last one too well. That's it. Right, so that's that one, and again I'm just using a similar composition to what I did before. I'm just putting that on a bit skew with. So then I think what we'll do first is we'll line up the cups with the steam. So what I've done is I've stamped the cups in the same way as I stamped them there on a scrap piece of Whisper White, and I've die cut them out so I've got a nice shape. So then just take the back off the dimensional, and then we just aim it at where the steam is. Just putting your cup slightly over the bottom of the steam. And then with this coffee, I am just going to use my wet glue and just put, that's if I can get it to work, which one's got, I've got 3 on my desk just now. I'm not sure which one is, just bring my, I don't want to get in a sticky mess. I've got these 2 silicone mats, and I'll just keep them, I'm using a magnet, that's why it's got the clip on. Keep it on my metal stand so it's close at hand, because if you use the silicone, I'm sure you have things like oven liner and stuff like that that are the same as this if you don't have a, but this is an inexpensive thing to buy from our catalogue. So I just put a few wee dots of wet glue on the back of that, and I'm just going to pop my coffee there. And then, where did I put the sheet of dimensionals? Here they are. So we'll just put some dimensionals on these bits. Just put 2 on that, and 2 on that. If you've got a problem with your inks, just contact customer support. They'll sort it out for you, ladies. This company's the very best customer support you could ever hope for. So today's plan, consume coffee, because adulting is hard. So same composition, same colours, 2 cards, one using the die cuts, one not using the die cuts. They're equally pretty. I mean, you could add gems, you could add a wee ribbon. I'm just going to leave them like that. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Do you want, shall we do the cocktails one? So I'll pop these over just now, and we'll go on into the cocktails. Have you got time to hang around for cocktails, folks? This time no, Anne Harrod is not a man. And it doesn't matter anyway. Right, so this time I'm going to be using these 2 layers as prescribed. So I'm using, so I can tell you the details, or I can pop them on my blog later. Right, so this one we're going to do this plain stamping first. So the cocktail one has some bits and pieces, so let's just get what we need. Today is a kind of day Where's cocktails? Cocktails kind of day. And we'll need this. We need the bit to colour the orange, the bit to colour the cocktail, and the bit to colour the wee cocktail umbrella. So we've got a lot of bits out here, so I need to be careful not to lose anything. Right, so where are my little blocks? Let's put the cut bits in the wash dish. And here we go. There's the one that had the steam from the coffee cup, right? I'll need to take care when I'm tidying up after this to make sure everything goes away. Right, so for this one we want, again, it's a 2-part sentiment. That's 3-part actually. So where's my black memento? So we'll do the plain stamped one first. The same style as we did with the coffee one. So we end up with 4 cards today. I hope today is today's a kind of day. Need that one later, but we'll put it there. Today is a kind of day. That off, and we need cocktails. So again, I'm just going to stamp the cocktails. Again, you could do all sorts of techniques with the cocktails word. You could, you could use your daubers and make it colourful. There's loads you can do with it. I'll just put today's a cocktails kind of day. So let's pop that up here in the cleaning box, and let's put the lid on the black. No, I'm not going to put the lid on the black. This time I'm going to stamp. On the coffee cup I found it is easier to put the colour down and then the outline, but with the cocktail one it's easier to do the outline first. I don't know why, it just is. And that, maybe it's just me, you might find it a different way to work with it. So I'm just going to put 2 cocktails because, well, one's not much good on its own, is it? Okay, so that's that bit, that's the outline done. And then we want to colour it up. So we've got this bit for the, so we're going to have Coastal Cabana for the centre of our cocktail. So again, just ink up your, try and line it up. You'll have a better chance if you're not filming. Not sure why I've developed a shaky hand. I do have a natural wee tremor, but seems to be a bit more pronounced today. Again, you don't have to do it with first generation stamping. You could make these paler, but I'm feeling kind of technicolor today. So that's the middle bit. Now we've got the bit for the, we'll have lemon because we've got daffodil yellow here. So let's close our Coastal Cabana. And we'll open our Daffodil Delight and colour up our lemon. Again, you need to get over the top of it. Again, you could colour with pens. You don't necessarily have to be using the fill-in stamps, but in my opinion, if they're in the stamp set, I might as well use them. So that's our lemons, and now our little cocktail umbrella. Do you still get them? My favourite cocktail is whatever I've got in my hand at that particular time you ask me the question. Although I'm not really a huge cocktail drinker, I tend to stick to, because I don't have, I've kind of eliminated sugar from my diet. A lot of cocktails are based on sugary things, so I tend to just stick with my gin and tonics. So there you go. Stamping done. Where's the lid for my ink? Yeah. A porn star martini. I kind of like the one on the beach one, but might get thrown off Facebook if I say that one. So again, just layer this up. As I say, you can use your wet glue. Or you can, and this is new to me, so I'm using it. And because this card is going on, as I'm saying, on Wonk, there's Quint. We're going to do that one that way. As well. And then it doesn't, you know, I don't need that time. If it's meant to be squint, it won't really matter too much. Just we can do it that way as well. And then there you go. That's okay. But again, we can fancy this up. And we can bring in our colours, we can stamp our sentiment on to pink card. Bring that one ready. So again, probably best with these, because sometimes I make them go squint. Let it, when you take it off the out of the case, let it relax and then pick it up that way. And that way it will be straight. They are unhardy. They were when we were kids, they were 10 a penny, and you even just put them in your juice, didn't you? Today is that in a cleaning box. It's going to be a cocktails kind of day again, but we're just going to, we'll just cut these with scissors, I think. So today is a kind of day. Well, that's true. Oh, did you, Janice? My husband and I were in Chicago maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and the hotel we stayed in was quite plush, and it had an amazing sort of sky level cocktail bar, so we treated ourselves one night. My goodness, it was a bit messy, but hey, we had fun. So again, you can cut these straight, or you could give them a bit of an interest. Cut them that way. Again, I need to trim this bit as well. So there's our sentiment ready. Where's my little tray of bits and pieces? Oh, here it's right in front of me. I'm a nightmare, do you know that? You worked that out already, ladies, right? So luckily my white layer's still here. So this is, because these are already stamped and cut out, this bit's quite quick. Right. So we'll stick this down again first. Would be a bit of fun the next time we can have a actual physical gathering with either customers or our fellow demonstrators to have cocktails like that with a wee umbrella and a slice of fruit and a trip down memory lane. So again, I'm making it up. So I'm kind of using their guide but then changing it to suit myself. So putting the white layer on the yellow, and then I'm going to put that on the card base and then make it up. Again, you could do some tone on tone stamping at the back. You can add, you know, you can add to these and fancy them up your own way. This is just my classes and tutorial are really just to start you off and hopefully inspire you to use what you've got. And hopefully some of you will buy some from me, from my online shop on jazzledazzle.stampinup.net, and you can buy any of the products that I'm using here now. This is, I want to raise this up and it's quite narrow. But what I will do is I will just cut a couple of these larger dimensionals. I could go and I could we do have little dimensionals, but do you know what you can also do is cut the bigger ones in half like that. And then I've got, whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, that didn't work, Janice. I'll have to tidy that one up, that wasn't clever. So what I've done is put that one on, squint, then lifted it and managed to lift some card with it, but hey, we can sort that, I can tidy that up. Yeah, I know, Janice, you do it, it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? And did you see at the beginning I showed you, there's a YouTube video I did just the other day there, where I made a masculine envelope using this, and it's got a sachet of real coffee in, and I made the feminine one as well. And then oh, good night Sylvia, sleep well. And then I'm going to be coming on either later today or maybe tomorrow evening, and I'm going to show you how to make wee chocolate boxes. There's chocolate inside these, so yeah, it's a great wee set. And to be honest, it didn't jump out at me at the beginning when I first saw the catalogue. These are in the annual catalogue, by the way. Right, so let's see if I manage to put these two halves on with less mishap. There you go, that's fine. So we've got the sentiments, we've got our cocktails, they're on, and I need to be a bit careful, I've not poked out all the bits on this, so let's just do that first. Oh, that's a good idea, Christine. Yeah, if you're not already subscribed to me on YouTube, if you just search Janice Thompson, you'll find me. However, you're on my Jazzle Dazzle Facebook business page right now, and if you scroll down there, you'll see links to loads of my YouTube videos, and I would appreciate some support by you subscribing. That doesn't cost you anything and it's a good way to support me. So I'm just kind of working out what's going where here. Right, so yeah, something along these lines. So we want cocktails down. Next, yeah, I also on my business page, if you look up in the corner there, you'll see a shop now button that takes you straight to my Stampin' Up online shop where you can buy any of these products. This glue doesn't want to come out, so let's get a squeeze in. Because I just left it lying and I didn't put the lid back on or put it. What I should do is get my some cotton wool, put some damp cotton wool in the bottom of my wee jar, and then when I've used the glue, just pop it in there, especially on a day like today when I'm going to be doing a fair bit of crafting. I've got a couple of commissions to do, and as I say, I do intend to come on and show you the wee boxes. That will be on YouTube later. Right. I'm going to get the cocktails down here now. Hopefully. Let's see if I can just... It's going a bit squint there, but let's straighten it up. There we go. Now, I am going to put a tiny wee dot of glue just above the eye. And where is my... Here it is. It's got the wrong bit in it. Where's my putty tool? Why is this always so hard for me? Right, is it in here? I've always got the wrong bit on here, but do you know, this tool is great. So I can unscrew my brush to getting out the bits of the dies and pop in my putty tool. This is a great wee tool. I think this is actually running out of putty, but I do have another one, but we'll just use... So when I die cut the word cocktails, there's the wee dot from the top of my eye. So the putty is really handy to pick that up. There you go. So it is a cocktails kind of day, I think. And now I've got too much putty coming out. It wasn't running out, it was just slow to come out. Right. Now it's just a matter of taking the backs off. Let's put these guys on first. What's going to be... Sorry, I'm missing what... No, Sam's wouldn't be released yet. It takes a wee while after doing them. We're talking the million people who've got $1 million sales with Stampin' Up. They get to be involved in designing their own stamp set. And I've lost... Janice! How did I do that? Oh, it's there already. It's on the card. No, it's not be this. It's more likely to be next year's autumn winter. Could even be into 2022 before it comes out. She doesn't know yet which catalogue it's going to be in. Today is a cocktails kind of day. So we're nearly done. So that's 4 cards. Now I haven't followed exactly Stampin' Up's designer. I've kind of just used their measurements. So there is the cocktail one, so that's like, you know, just simple stamping on that layer. Then this is using the die cuts, similar composition but just making use of the die cuts, and the coffee the same thing. So what do you think, folks? Do you think you would make good use of this set? I think it is, and you know, you can make these, you know, to suit masculine or feminine, or just no particular. I don't think these are hugely masculine or feminine. Maybe the pink on the pink card, but you could pop that on, you know, you could substitute the pink. But you know, we shouldn't really We're not supposed to be gender specific nowadays, are we? So anyway, there you go. Thank you very much everyone who came in to join, and there we are, less than an hour. I've blethered, I've showed you the products that I've used, and we've made 4 cards. Albeit I did do a bit of prep before in cutting the card bases and the layers, and I did stamp and die cut these bits. But you know, I didn't want to take up your whole day. So thanks those who have come to join me. If you watch this later on, the replay, then please leave me a comment. And Hannah J, I'm the same. Once you see something being used, then you start to see the possibilities, and it gets your own imagination going. Some people are just quite gifted, and they can see something, they see a simple stamp set and they go, wow, I'm going to have that, and I know what I'm going to do with that. Sometimes we need to be warmed to things, and hopefully that's what I'm doing, whetting your appetite. Anyway, thanks very much. I'm going to go and get some lunch, and I think hang the washing out. I haven't done that yet, and it does look like a nice day here in Scotland, so we'll go and get some fresh air. And I will be coming back later to do a live on YouTube, and I will upload, pardon me, I will upload this onto YouTube as well, so that it's easier for people who want to use this set, and they can look for all my videos with this set. As I say, there'll be a few. Thank you very, very much. Bye for now. Take care. Have a good sleep or a good day. Whatever. Yeah, we could do this with a Christmas tree. Yep, we could do loads. Loads of ideas there, Anne Harrod. You're sparking off now. So anyway, bye-bye just now.